It doesn't stop with online blogs and videos, though. Other times, it can be a person who has had an injustice befall them. People who have lost family or loved ones, using the internet as an appeal to reach out, will be sent sick images, usually with a taunt, but always anonymously, of course. Recent reports have detailed young, underage girls photographed drunk and unconscious before being raped publicly. The images then passed around their schools, the rapists caught laughing on camera, taking pride in their actions, members on Twitter tweeting support of these actions, actions which can and have forced these people, young people, to be hounded by the society they grow up in.
You can go and you can destroy this other person's life, and you will have zero consequences for it.
But what happens when the perpetrators are caught, when the commenter is named and shamed? Suddenly they are full of remorse. Their laughing boasts and harsh, hateful threats disappear, and they're suddenly full of pleas and apologies. Putting fingers to ears because you don't want to hear it isn't enough, because it's happening. It's happening right now while you're watching this, and instead of looking to blame society, video games, the government, or the TV shows we watch, stop looking to others for the problem and look at yourself. Taking away video games won't solve it. Stopping violence on TV won't help it. Ask yourself why you react the way you do. Ask yourself why you feel more comfortable talking to someone you can't see rather than a member of your own family. Why you can identify with people you meet online, or why you might be living through your online personality.
People become really close to you, and they feel like they know you, and they become very protective of you. And so people are very quick to jump and defend you, and people that you get to talk to on a more personal level than someone who's in Hollywood or something like that.
It's through these connections people can form online that help create an alternate personality, someone they wish they could be rather than the person that they actually are. Their real life a shell, and their online life becoming more important to them, essentially living through their online persona, which leads to a more recent positive and negative side of the internet, and this is the online celebrity. An internet celebrity is generally viewed as one of the people, supported by a fan base that, while small, are fiercely loyal and protective towards the person they follow. And thanks to the homegrown feel, it allows the fan base the opportunity to identify with the personality. This isn't a movie star with an entourage and a team of people speaking for them and writing their tweets. This is a normal person, usually releasing his or her content from their own living premises.
People really love you and they get close to you, and you get to talk to people one-on-one.
I've become friends with many people who are just big hardcore fans of my show and of Channel Awesome in general, and I wouldn't trade those friendships for anything.
The common problem is that whoever finds themselves in the role of the celebrity many a time will suffer from the same insecurities and fears as the members of their own fan base. And just like a person getting sucked into their online world will sometimes create a persona in order to hide these fears. Though, being in the internet public eye, it will inevitably lead to their opinion being targeted, sometimes by trolls simply looking to get a rise in attention, while other times, which takes us back to the beginning, it can be a matter of someone disagreeing with them.
You're again open to explore anything. You are open to doing what you want to do, and people will allow you to do that to some extent.
This then inevitably creates the hate camps where fans can become vicious and nasty, in effect becoming the same type of people who send threats and insults over Twitter.
It can breed this attitude that if you don't like what we like, if you don't embrace the same things we do, then we will ostracize you and we will do all the things that we were rejected for.
Overprotective fandoms tend to display behavior that's basically cult-like. They don't allow critique or discussion. They don't allow dissent. They have an irrational dislike of anyone who doesn't like their chosen thing. And my personal favourite, sometimes they go trolling of other websites or other places which are traditionally hostile to their chosen medium. Why?
The same people who tell others to kill themselves because they dislike something that they themselves love, bringing the whole cycle full circle, seeing an expression of opinion as an attack, leaping to the defense of the person they support, but doing it in a way that paints the person they are trying to defend in the most negative of ways.
You don't need to protect them from anyone. They're perfectly capable of doing it themselves. And if they can't, then that's their problem, not yours.
An internet personality is just that. A personality, and fans have no idea as to who the person really is.
They could be completely different than what they put out there. And so people want to defend what they think that person is.
In instances where the viewer needs help, needs guidance, needs someone to identify with due to being unable to speak to a family member, they'll be known to reach out and attach themselves to the personality, seeing them as someone they can identify with, giving the personality a power over the fan looking towards the personality and the character as a friend, as a role model, and when the personality addresses them, they see it as a thrill. The darker side rears its head where, like a priest or teacher taking advantage of a younger person in their care, sometimes the internet personality is no different, using their fame and reputation to entice people, be they male or female, creating the same story of a trust broken, leading to a fear to come forward, to even disagree due to the rabid and protective fan base.
If you're letting your protectiveness of a certain subject get to the point that you're attacking other people, you seriously need to take a step back.
Just as with bullying, just as with the abuse of anonymity, sometimes it can be the abuse of a position that is just as effective and just as damaging, allowing the personality to hide behind the persona they've created, knowing fans wouldn't believe the victim, leaving them with no place to turn, showing they are no better than the predators or the trusted friend. While you may support a personality, may enjoy their work and respect their opinion and talent, this does not make them a flawless person, and attacking others for threatening your illusion of this personality doesn't help you, and it doesn't help them.
People think that the internet is not real life, and it is, and it can get very serious really quickly when people can't distinguish the difference between thinking that there's some big hero and actual legal ramifications or anything like that.
These are just a number of areas that veer towards the internet's darker side, and it's primarily due to the freedom and privileges the internet has granted us that we now act in these ways. From a rude customer speaking to a store worker, to an angry customer talking to a call handler, the level of respect shown to other individuals gets progressively less the further we move away from face-to-face contact. Through comments and interactions over the internet, in chat rooms, forums, or any kind of community, it's almost as if general manners are something people are less likely to possess. And thanks to a rapid culture of demanding more rather than a willingness to wait, it leads to a lack of patience and gives people a sense of entitlement they wouldn't have if the internet hadn't spoiled us with what it offers. Possibly the best example, which showcases not only the consumer's growing lack of empathy, but patience and manners, can be seen when an application from any app store is instantly given a 1-star rating due to it encountering a problem, despite the fact that the manufacturer has made it known that they are attempting to fix it and may have even offered a form of compensation to unhappy customers. The general belief is if it doesn't work instantly, it deserves a 1-star. Service be damned.
People aren't really sure where the lines are anymore. And because we aren't sure where the lines are, we start fabricating our own.
The internet continues to change our world, with new developments seemingly being discovered every day. The speed increases, the communication improves, but it seems with every step we take with our technology, the result is a step backward in our humanity. Every username online belongs to a person, and the person on the other end will see your words, read your reply, will be drawn to you, or disagree with you.
People want their views validated. There's a certain level of that in people that put their content on the internet, but there's also a certain level of it coming back.
There is just this fire hose of content, and it is really difficult to, if you're a viewer, find the things that you're interested in, and if you're a creator, find the people who will be interested in the things that you've made.
Just because another person disagrees with you does not mean that they are insulting you, your character, or standing against your beliefs. If you react to it as an insult, then the issue may very well be with yourself and is something that you need to deal with. Just because you can't see the person you're talking to doesn't give you the right to insult them, their family, or their beliefs, and just because a person supplies some form of entertainment doesn't mean that you know who that person is and have the right to insult and threaten people who may not agree with the person that you admire. At the end of the day, as much as you may want to detach yourself from the event, you are still a human being, threatening harm to another human being for the simple case of them expressing an opinion. That sort of behavior would not be tolerated in public, and it should not be tolerated over the net.
There are a lot of great ideas that would just basically go unrealized if it wasn't for online media.
I can get my stuff out to a huge audience, and it's as easy as just going to social media and tweeting and going to Facebook and Tumblr and all these places and just saying, here's my stuff, I hope you like it.
Of course, people still want you to explain things to them in great detail instead of just Googling it for themselves. Lazy f***s.
The internet is an ever-growing system that's becoming more and more a part of our daily lives. It's a tool that you can use from almost anywhere, being able to access it from your PC, your phones, Blackberries, and home consoles. It allows businesses to communicate with people from all over the world, allows a person to express themselves creatively from the comfort of their own home, using any mediums available to them. It is not a device for you to prey on the innocent, to bully others, to launch hate campaigns against people just because of their opinion or the way they choose to live their life. It is not a tool to spread lies and hearsay that hurt an innocent party's reputation, or to harass, abuse, or send sickening threats. Freedom of speech and expression does not give anyone the freedom to threaten and spill hate. So the next time you type in a distinctly hateful comment or reply, the next time you harass or wish death upon someone, the next time you blindly follow an individual or abuse a position of power, remember this film and ask yourself, what if it were me? What if it were my brother, my sister, or someone I love receiving these messages and living this nightmare? Think of the people closest to you. Think of everything that's been said and the examples that have been given here today, and then decide. Decide if you could still do it, still send that message. And if the answer is yes, what does that honestly say about the type of person you are?
For all its bad and good elements, in the end, it's just a way to communicate with people. That is the internet to me.